Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns to replace Jimmy Uso with former WWE champion after SmackDown. Potential swerve explored. Roman Reigns' absence from the recent episode of WWE SmackDown surprised fans. One possible reason for his absence could be his impending move to Raw following its Netflix debut. Despite Reigns being missing, the company may have subtly hinted at a major potential replacement for Jimmy Uso in the OG bloodline. Currently, Jimmy is off television due to a real-life injury he suffered at Survivor Series War Games 2024. He is out indefinitely, sparking speculation that Roman Reigns might temporarily replace him in the faction. During the recent SmackDown episode, Solo Sikoa's bloodline wreaked havoc both in the ring and backstage. In a backstage altercation, they attacked Apollo Crews without any apparent reason. This incident raises speculation that Roman Reigns could recruit Apollo Crews to fill Jimmy Uso's spot. The Nigerian prince shares a history with the OTC dating back to the pandemic era. This happened when Reigns was once seen advising the 37-year-old in a backstage segment, although this storyline was never fully developed. With Solo Sikoa's bloodline targeting Crews, WWE now has a fitting opportunity to capitalize on that angle. Even temporarily, including Apollo Crews in the bloodline could elevate his status on the main roster and draw more fan attention to him. Additionally, the former United States champion might seek revenge for the attack, possibly reaching out to Roman Reigns himself in an attempt to join him. While the likelihood of this scenario isn't very high, it will be interesting to see how the storyline develops in the coming weeks. Roman Reigns is no longer advertised for any upcoming events by the Stamford-based promotion. Initially, he was scheduled to appear on Saturday night's main event on December 14. However, WWE later removed him from the advertising and officially confirmed his absence. This raises the question of when the OTC will return to WWE. The answer could be the highly anticipated Raw Netflix debut show, set to air live on January 6, 2025. The Red brand's Netflix debut is already expected to feature several significant stars, with John Cena being the major confirmed name for the special event. Given the significance of the occasion, the chances seem high that the OTC could return on Raw's Netflix debut to continue the Bloodline saga and make a massive impact in WWE's new era. The Bloodline saga continues to dominate WWE's storytelling landscape, with twists and betrayals fueling its evolution. After the recent events on SmackDown, speculation is running rampant that Roman Reigns might replace Jimmy Uso with a former WWE champion. This potential swerve would send shockwaves through the WWE universe, further altering the dynamic of the bloodline. But who could the replacement be? And why would Roman make such a drastic decision? Let's break down the possibilities, explore the ramifications, and imagine how this storyline could unfold in dramatic WWE fashion. Jimmy Uso's position in the bloodline has been precarious ever since his twin brother Jey Uso left the faction to join Raw. While Jey's departure was an act of defiance against Roman Reigns' oppressive rule, Jimmy's journey has been marked by confusion and desperation. At first, Jimmy tried to remain loyal to Roman, but his repeated failures to secure victories and his inability to prove his worth have made him a weak link in the group. SmackDown only highlighted this, with Reigns visibly frustrated by Jimmy's performance and questioning his commitment to the family's legacy. For Roman Reigns, the bloodline is about power and dominance. Anyone who compromises that vision is a liability. Jimmy's recent missteps, both in and out of the ring, have raised doubts about his ability to carry the weight of being in the bloodline. Replacing Jimmy with a more capable ally would reinforce Roman's authority and send a clear message that loyalty must be earned. It would also create a compelling new chapter in the faction storyline, keeping fans invested in the drama. If Roman Reigns is truly considering replacing Jimmy Uso, several former WWE champions could fit the bill. Here's a look at some potential candidates. The Viper's long-awaited return to WWE has been one of the most anticipated moments of the year. Orton's experience, cunning, and ruthless persona make him a perfect fit for the bloodline. Aligning with Reigns would give Orton a fresh angle upon his return and instantly solidify him as a major player in the current landscape. Orton's involvement could also serve as a temporary alliance rather than a long-term commitment, allowing him to eventually betray Reigns when the time is right. This would set up a blockbuster feud between the two powerhouses. If there's one name that could shake up the bloodline and WWE as a whole, it's CM Punk. Punk's potential return to WWE has been a hot topic, and his alignment with Roman Reigns would be a shocking turn of events. Punk's promo skills, combined with Reigns' dominance, could create some of the most compelling television in WWE history. However, Punk's independent mindset might clash with Roman's authoritarian leadership, paving the way for an inevitable fallout. While Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns have been fierce rivals in the past, WWE has a history of turning enemies into allies when the story demands it. Lesnar's presence in the bloodline would add an unprecedented level of intimidation, making the faction virtually unstoppable. Lesnar's partnership with Roman could be built on mutual respect and a shared desire for dominance. However, their volatile personalities would almost certainly lead to an explosive breakup down the line. Drew McIntyre has recently embraced a darker persona, aligning himself more closely with heel tendencies. Joining the bloodline would solidify his turn to the dark side and position him as a major force in WWE. McIntyre's strength and intensity would complement Roman's leadership, creating a dynamic duo capable of dominating the entire roster. His eventual rebellion against Roman could also serve as a captivating storyline. The late Bray Wyatt's unique storytelling and character work would have made him an intriguing addition to the bloodline. While Wyatt's untimely passing leaves this possibility purely speculative, his legacy as a master storyteller remains a source of inspiration for WWE's creative team. The seeds for Jimmy Uso's replacement could be planted in a tense SmackDown segment. Roman Reigns, flanked by Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa, might publicly berate Jimmy for his failures, questioning his value to the bloodline. Heyman, ever the instigator, could suggest that the bloodline needs someone stronger, more reliable, someone who can uphold the family's legacy without faltering. As Roman delivers an ultimatum, the new addition to the bloodline makes a dramatic entrance. Whether it's Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, or even CM Punk, their arrival would mark a turning point in the bloodline saga. The new member's allegiance to Roman would be solidified through a brutal attack on Jimmy, symbolizing his exile from the faction. This shocking moment would leave fans reeling and set the stage for the next chapter. Jimmy Uso's removal from the bloodline would likely trigger a personal redemption arc. Stripped of his status and betrayed by his family, Jimmy could embark on a journey to prove his worth and reclaim his honor. Jimmy might find support from his estranged brother G, who understands the pain of defying Roman's rule. The two could reunite to take down the bloodline, bringing their story full circle. Alternatively, Jimmy could align with other disillusioned superstars who have suffered under Roman's dominance, forming an unlikely coalition to challenge the bloodline. The culmination of Jimmy's redemption arc could come at WrestleMania, where he faces Roman Reigns or his replacement in a high-stakes match. A victory would symbolize Jimmy's growth and resilience, cementing his place as a top-tier superstar. Replacing Jimmy Uso with a former WWE champion would breathe new life into the bloodline storyline. It would reaffirm Roman's authority, showcase his ability to adapt, and set the stage for future conflicts within the faction. A high-profile replacement would solidify the bloodline as WWE's premier faction, elevating its status and ensuring its continued relevance. The addition of a new member could also create tension within the bloodline. Solo Sikoa, for instance, might feel threatened by the newcomer's presence, leading to power struggles that add depth to the storyline. The WWE Universe thrives on unpredictability, and a move like this would undoubtedly spark a wave of excitement and debate. Fans would eagerly analyze every promo, match, and interaction, speculating on how the new member fits into the larger narrative. The possibility of Roman Reigns replacing Jimmy Uso with a former WWE champion is a tantalizing prospect that could redefine the bloodline and its legacy. Whether it's Randy Orton, CM Punk, or another major star, the addition of a new member would inject fresh energy into the storyline, keeping fans hooked. As the WWE Universe awaits the next twist in the Bloodline saga, one thing is certain. Roman Reigns' reign as Tribal Chief continues to be the most compelling narrative in WWE, and the potential for surprises remains limitless.